Isekai, a genre that is commonly found in every season of anime, with a familiar-looking MC, indistinguishable plots, similar causes of death, and a relatively identical storyline. It's a genre that I physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and psychologically put myself through watching in hopes of maybe finding a series that could prove itself different. And well, ladies and gentlemen,
we got him.
An isekai that has a story so bad, it's good. I'm talking about the one and only The Eminence in Shadow. So if you've never watched or even heard of this anime before, then you might think that this is a dark and serious anime based on the classical music that's playing in the background. Well, yes! But no. The Eminence in Shadow lies between a parody isekai and a fantasy mystery action series, which revolves around our generic-looking protagonist who is training to be the next Rock Lee. His only wish is to surpass human limitations in every aspect and become the unsung hero of the world, kinda like Spider-Man when he first started out. So he trains to be the best and eventually save the damsel in distress, being the cool superhero that he always dreamed about. And then he died. Yes, in case you forgot, this is an isekai. So our protagonist got reincarnated into another world and changed this much. The difference is absurd. But after being chained by human boundaries in his past life, our protagonist paid Truck-kun a visit and got isekai'd. So conveniently enough, our protagonist, Sid Kageno, was able to retain his past memories and continue his legacy of becoming the Eminence in Shadow, which literally translates to I want to be the power in the shadows, the one that hunts bad guys behind the scenes, basically Licorice Recoil. So Sid got a chance to relive his dreams of being a cool superhero in a world where magic exists, breaking the chains that he was bound to in his past life. So this time, there is no need to hold back, right?
Wrong.
Because with all the power that Sid has, he chose to be an NPC, which of course is a part of his grand master plan of not standing out, because he is the Eminence in. So Sid lives his life as a normal character during the day, but becomes his dream persona during the night, battling an evil cult that he very much imagined in his head. And then comes the waifus, girls that he rescued at the age of fucking 10, creating his own harem that will fight against evil in the shadows. So Father Sid preached about his fantasy of being the human spider and defeating this evil cult that he randomly came up with. And Sid, or Shadow, basically turned into a religion and is worshipped by all the girls. They believe in the words of their savior and actually played along with his stories. And so the Shadow Garden group was formed to defeat the evil cult of Diablos. Sid's dream of becoming the Eminence in Shadow was actually coming to fruition. But just as everything was building up to his expectations, it all came to an end. So just in the span of 2 episodes, the amount of plot twists this series has just makes you question on whether the author was high while writing the story. But as you watch on, the real stories begin to unfold. The harem grew bigger. The evil cult actually exists. There's actually a much deeper story that is tied with the characters. The lies that were told were actually the truth. And you begin to question yourself like, is this just a garbage plot or should I take this anime seriously? Is Sid just a delusional fuck or does he actually know what he's talking about? Did the author name him Shadow because he foreshadowed the entire thing? Is this anime somehow related to the Illuminati? But the first half of the anime was pretty much a long exposition that barely scrapes the actual plot. It introduces a comical premise at first, but eventually turns somewhat serious during the second half. So you have to watch all 20 episodes to see how many waifus this anime has. Usually I only brag about the waifus, which holy shit. I have never seen so many simp-worthy female characters in an anime before. Personally, Alpha is my favorite, but I also simp for Delta and Zeta as well. Fuck, this makes me look like a furry. But this time, I'm not gonna rant on why one waifu is better than the other. Instead, I am going to go on a 3 minutes deep dive critical analysis, character breakdown, knees weak, arms heavy, mom spaghetti presentation on why I like Sid Kageno as a protagonist. Reason number 1, Sid is a Chad. Sid is not a simp, he is simp. Not often do you see a protagonist that is so unfazed being surrounded by so many girls, even when a girl is within leap's reach. Instead, he turns their neck with his own mouth. Sid does not hesitate to help a girl in need. He is willing to go the distance to help a girl realize their full potential, resulting in them falling for Sid without him even trying, which is also the reason why he has a harem. As a member of an underground crime-solving organization, Sid sits at the top of his waifu-filled empire, all 666 of them, and they all obediently believes in Sid's made-up stories.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Sid also does not believe in gender equality, as he equally beats the living shit out of girls. Reason number 2. Sid is OP. Sid very much resembles Lord Ainz from Overlord, where they are both humorously overpowered to the point where they don't even know what the plans are. Sid is so OP, he thought to himself, if I can't protect myself from a nuke, I will be the nuke. He is so overpowered that he could stop his heart from beating and then resurrect himself. He is so OP that he could move his heart over to the side and not die. He is so OP that he threatened to nuke an entire fucking kingdom just to assert his dominance. But overpowered characters are often deemed as lacking of character development. But worry not, because reason number 3. Sid is an NPC. I don't know when it started, but anime protagonists now has a trend of wanting to be NPCs instead of being the hero of the story, just living their lives peacefully as a background character, which often doesn't end up that way, and reverse psychology apparently works. So I want to be broke, I want to live on the streets and get absolutely no bitches. But Sid is both an NPC and an overpowered protagonist at the same time. So theoretically, the transformation from being weak to overly powered is technically considered a development, so... Checkmate. Reason number 4. Sid is a visionary. What's worse than a beta male protagonist? A beta male protagonist with no vision. Sid aims to be the mastermind of a group that lurks and hunts in the shadow, with no desire of recognition or appreciation. However, Sid envisions to be the most common background character and the coolest mastermind at the same time. And the lengths that this man will take to turn that vision into reality is just admirable. He literally stole an entire piano just to pull off his mastermind look. This man is the embodiment of all the badass superhero moments that we fail to materialize. Sid is our hero. Sid is a visionary. Reason number 5. Sid is atomic, or as he likes to say it, atomic. So after watching this anime, I can't deny that Sid Kageno is one of my favorite protagonists of all time. I don't really care too much about how OP a character is, as long as he's entertaining to watch, which I think the author did really well in shifting the focus onto the other characters while still keeping the protagonist relevant. You also have series like Overlord, Classroom of the Elite, fucking Solo Leveling that has an OP main character, but still manages to create an entire storyline surrounding the protagonist. So I think you have all the reasons to watch this anime now. You've got a main character that's cringy good, plus the 5 reasons. The female characters also have their own backstories, not to mention all of them are just... The plot sounds so bad at first, but it actually gets good as you watch on. The fight scenes though were pretty brutal and violent. The amount of bloodshed this anime has could potentially get this series banned in China. But even so, this isekai is a must watch. They don't really put that much emphasis on the world building aspects that you would normally expect in an isekai. I think the author made it an isekai just to give the protagonist more power. And the second season just got announced, but there is no official release date. Could be this year, could be the next, I don't know. So I'm currently debating on whether I should read the light novel, but I should probably continue One Piece that I stopped 3 months ago. But if you haven't watched The Eminence in Shadow yet, treat yourself to this delectable isekai that satisfies your fantasies. All of them. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe for more anime content. I wish you guys have an amazing rest of your day. It's been your boy Danjo, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!
Yes, out of eyes tryna put me on a t-shirt. Shorty want me so bad, do your knees hurt? Yeah, I'm counting paper guap in my beamer, yeah.